Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all of the interwebs. I am not Ben Armstrong. I'm DZ Hill here. Ben is in Vegas, so he's in Vegas. We got the meetup at 6 p.m. That's that time zone. I think it's is it Mountain Time? What's Vegas time?
Vegas, I think, is technically Pacific time. I think
Pacific. Okay, so 6 p.m. Pacific time. Ben is getting ready for the World Series of Poker, along with Brian Emery from New Money Gang. So that's where they're at. He will be back. We're going to be doing some remote streams, but how's everybody doing? Yes, it was quite the day yesterday. I think, the BitSquad was feeling proud to be a BitSquad member. I know I was. All right, well, let's get right into it. We got me and TJ.
Yep.
What are we about to do right after this?
We are running straight to the Uber to the airport to join everybody in Vegas. To get out there for the meetup. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So we're going to try to stick on time here, and that's why we're going to just kind of run through these socials real quick. BitBoy Crypto, our YouTube, 1.35 million. Look at that. I smell 1.5 million right around the corner. I think we could definitely do that before Thanksgiving. That is the plan. That is the goal here. Look at that. 1/3 of a million. I was wondering where we're going to hit that 1/3 mark. Look at that. So definitely check them out on Instagram if you haven't already. Crypto Twitter. Boy, they were talking about Ben yesterday. They were definitely talking about Ben. It was all over my feed. Everybody was talking about it. Crypto Whale had a pretty funny tweet. But yeah, we're pushing 750,000. Also, if you want to help out, one of those lesser members of the BitSquad, I'm trying to get to 15,000. Maybe I can get to 15,000 before we get to Vegas. And if you check out my Twitter, we just onboarded a new ambassador for the Pluto Alliance. It is Crypto Mayhem. His last YouTube video, he's a fresh face on the scene. Me and Justin Williams actually just got done talking to him. Real good guy. So we're looking forward to working with him. And the TikTok, how high have we gone? Let's see, 2.7 million follows. I'm sure there's going to be some Vegas videos, especially if he's kicking butt at that World Series of Poker. Check out bitboycrypto.com. We got the DeFi store popping off. You like this? You like this hat here? You like the hat? So check out all our merch here. You can get some pretty cool stuff. We're gonna try to get this hat on ASAP, but we got some cool gear. So yeah, look at it right there. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful hat. All right, and market watch time. I know Ben likes to cover the dominance right here. We're at 42.8% on the Bitcoin dominance. Ethereum, almost 20%. It was 18.9. last I checked, and the market cap right at 2.7 billion. Bitcoin, it's taken a little bit of a tumble. It's down 2% on the week. I wouldn't be too worried because we're still above 61,000. Remember, it wasn't that long ago, 29,000. Everyone's freaking out. People are saying it's going to 9, it's going to 10. So don't feel bad if there's a little bit of retracement. We had a really good run up, so it's just time to apply the brakes a little bit. You got to make sure the wheels don't fall off. So we don't want to crash. So we got to tap the brake, a little tippy tap, a little tappity tip. That's all just a little tip. All right. And BNB though, man, it's a good time to have BNB. It's a really good time, especially if you're out there. The trading pairs on the BSC, smart, nice. All those alts, they're getting a nice little rally from that. BNB up 9%. You maybe lose a little bit of BNB, but I know the gains are looking pretty good as far as fiat goes. Cardano down a little bit, under $2. ADA gang, where you at? Get a little hashtag ADA. Maybe hit that like. I'm talking about Cardano right now. If you hit that like, more eyeballs are going to hit the screen. That's going to pump your Cardano bags. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's check out the, I do want to check the dog coins real quick. Sheeb, no longer a top 10 contender. Doge overtook that spot. It said, no, I am the king meme coin. I am the captain here. So it's funny, we have a little bit of a battle between Doge and Sheeb as who is the king of the memes, even though Sheeb's up 25%. But it was having a heck of a time. It was just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. All right, let's check out some of the top gainers. Woo, them crow tokens. Ka!
Yeah, we were actually talking about crypto.com yesterday and how we think they're going to be kind of the third chosen exchange behind Coinbase FTX, and it seems crypto.com is in the cool kids club as far as that goes. So
all right, yeah, I mean that is a heck of a gain. Congrats all the people just stacking that crow. I mean, you don't mess with crows because what happens? You get murdered. That's what's going to happen there. Shib, of course, up there. Loop Ring. All right, looks like we got some of these Coinbase coins wanting to pump.
Yeah.
ICP, yeah. I guess people are like moving some of their Coinbase around.
Well, it's just starting to feel like alt season. I mean, Loop Ring pumped a couple days ago a 30-40% pump. Now we're 100% for the week. That's substantial.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
it's top 10 for gainers, maybe like top 12. Yeah, maybe just outside of the top 10 for gainers. But I was talking about Chainlink yesterday on ATB. I know y'all like to make fun of me because I don't have 4,000 Chainlink. You know, I'm sorry. I don't even want to say how few because you will just make fun of me. It's not a lot, okay? It's not a lot, but I'm proud of my link.
Yeah, you got some exposure. That's what counts.
I got some exposure. Yeah, that's right. Call me Kodak because I've been taking pictures. All right, but before, oh yeah, that's right. Let's see here. We got the 1 week chart. Ooh, I like them. I like them long time frames. It's looking pretty good right here. We're maybe hitting a top. I don't want to say it's the top, but the fact that we haven't dumped down, I mean, there's a lot of people saying, oh, this is a 5 wave, this is an Elliott wave, this is this kind of wave. Some people, you know, a lot of TA people, but I mean, we're going to see how that heads. If we go to the daily here, again, just a little bit of retracement. I mean, we're consolidating right now. And the important thing is the money flow is still looking nice and juicy. So if we check out Ethereum, all right, looks like the weekly here. Let's check out the daily. All right, Ethereum just on quite the run here. I love to see it. My biggest bag, but there is a red dot forming, so there might be a little bit of a extra consolidation, but I would expect very strong support around 4,200. That's something to keep an eye out on. If we check the 4-hour, might be bouncing. Might be bouncing. I don't know. That money flow is shrinking, but it might be bouncing there. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. So now ETH and BTC charts are separate. All right.
Yeah, let's jump into some Q&A real quick. We had a couple questions on here. One from Trail Grinder, my buddy that follows me everywhere. He said, what are your thoughts on taking out the shorts today? I know we covered it a little bit earlier in the week about there being a lot of, I think specifically Ethereum shorts right now that are closing this Friday. But it looks like he's talking about Bitcoin as well. Do you think we could see a quick drop and then, you know, he says test 40K before
there's no way I think it goes that low. I mean, it is a Friday. You know what they like to do on Friday, but there's one thing I always say, that works until it doesn't. And, you know, most Fridays are red, but, you know, about a quarter of them, I don't know the exact math, but about a quarter of them, they're pretty green. So personally, I'm leaning towards might start looking pretty good. I think they did a pretty good job, you know, trying to push it down. It's consolidating now, has strong support above 60,000. I'd be very surprised if it dips below 60, but I mean, it might hit 58.5, it might hit 59, but I'm feeling confident 60 is pretty strong support. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, we were looking at exactly that yesterday, and with Bitcoin being sideways for so long, and it has made an extremely strong support there. So I expect that to hold as well. But we could see a slight retrace, but I'm expecting, yet I've said this for the last 2 weekends, I'm expecting a good weekend this weekend. A lot of now that we're in November, we've heard people talking about the 5th of November for a while being this Friday. So I think we're primed for a big quick move up, but we'll see.
I think people want the 5th of November to be a thing because of Guy Fawkes. I don't know. It rhymes and it makes a good tweet. So that's just my opinion.
Yeah, and
nothing
Vendetta, you know, all that stuff. But what Metaverse coin or coins are you most bullish on?
Well, I'll tell you, Hacked Phoenix. I kind of agree with Ben. I mean, Digital Currency Group is backing Decentraland. So, you know, we were discussing, there's something I just kind of thought of. We're discussing what's going to win, you know, open source or closed source, you know, decentralized or centralized. Well, what if the winner's a combination? No one's really thought about that. You know, Decentraland is basically a centralized, decentralized entity. So I don't know. I'm thinking it's a combination. I think it's going to be a heavily centralized, decentralized metaverse. So I'm kind of leaning, you know, Mana. It's got a really good name too. Plus, people, you know, you nifty this, you nifty that. I keep hearing it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100%. I think it will be some type of hybrid. We were talking about that a little bit yesterday. Yeah. What about AMP? We've seen some mixed reviews on AMP. We've got a question here from YouTube about an end of year prediction. It made a nice move up, I think yesterday or the day before. Now it's on a bit of a retrace. Can you pull it up maybe over there? And see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you see?
I'm pulling it up. Here's the 1 month. All right. Well, that's a heck of a run up. Let's look at the 3 month. Let's look at the 1 year. All right. So there's definitely room to grow. I mean, we have a little bit of an upside here. Looks like it topped out. Okay. So over a dime. Right now, the current price is. I mean, we're looking at just above a nickel. Yeah, I think there's definitely run up. There's room to run up. There's still price discovery to be had. It did just have a heck of a down trace, but this. I mean, just I'd have to lay out some lines, but I mean, this looks like maybe on the way up. Maybe on the way up. I would say be careful once we get around 7.5. So maybe have a little bit of an area where you're taking some profits around 7, 8 cents. 8 cents probably baked in. You're going to want to go 7 point something if you're going to try to take some profits.
All right, there you go. Do you want to get back into the charts?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. All right. So back to the Bitcoin. I mean, it's looking pretty good. Kind of like what I said there. If we go to these smaller time frames, let's see what's it doing today. We don't want to know, okay, we know it's going up and to the right a month from now, a year from now, 20 years from now. People want to know what's it doing this afternoon. I'll tell you what. I've been I mean, Justin Williams, he's going to jump on camera. He can attest to this. I've been having pretty good luck reading some market cipher lately. The markets have been, I don't want to say predictable because notoriously hard to predict, but I'm staying on the sidelines as far as trading goes, but I'm feeling the itch again. I will say that. We look at the 4 hour, I mean, we're down pretty low. Looks like another red dot was formed. If we can get some support soon, we might have a slight trigger wave. So let's smaller time frame here. Ooh, looks like maybe a bounce is coming. I am not a leverage trader right now, but I'd feel pretty okay opening something with a very, very tight stop loss. Personally, I would feel pretty good, but don't ape in 25x with your giant stack. Ruthless. So I mean, be careful out there. That's all I'm gonna say. Be careful. So if we check out ETH and check out some of these smaller time frames, 4 hour. I mean, we got a red dot forming. This one's looking a little bit scarier. It has ran up a little bit more over the past couple weeks compared to Bitcoin. So because of that, it might tumble a little bit harder. But there's also the narrative that Ethereum bounces a month after Bitcoin. So Ethereum bounced about a week and a half after Bitcoin. So maybe, a week or two from now, I mean, it could look pretty good if we look at the 1 hour here. Yeah, I mean, there might be a possible trigger wave forming, but that is just the 1 hour chart. So, I mean, you want to be careful. If I check the 24 minute, 24 minute is important because it's exactly 1/10 of a 4 hour chart, 240 minutes. So I know Jason Casper, he likes to look at those in tandem. I kind of like to do the same. I don't know. On the small, short time frame, it's looking pretty good. It's looking like Bitcoin's going to eat some lunch and maybe get some desserts with it too.
Everybody loves dessert.
Everybody loves dessert. All right, well let's check out we're gonna bring Justin Williams up here. We have a new thing that we are obsessed with in the office. We can't stop playing it. It's called Coin League.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna let Justin Williams here give a little
And
heads
feel
up.
free to grab the other mic
Yeah, so
there,
you can-
DZ, if you need it. Yeah, because it's much easier than back
So
here.
aren't you in a game though right now?
I am in a game.
Pull that up real quick.
Yeah. So right here, if you can
Yeah.
see the screen, if you pull up go to Coin League,
It's
hit the games.
Yeah,
and
it's coinleague.com. Go check it out. It's a very, very addicting, fun game so basically it's like the top 100 coins on CoinGecko. You get to pick them. It's like fantasy football or FanDuel. You get to pick a league of coins, a team of coins, and compete with, could be 5 people, could be 10 people. The buy-ins are really cheap, and it's ran on Polygon. You just connect your MetaMask to the Polygon network, connect to coinleague.com, enter a game, and I think DZ's in one. If you enter DZ's game, it says DZ in the startup in the lineup of the game.
Yeah, it's the bottom right. It says B3E09. That's the game. But Justin, I've heard whispers. Some satellite has caught some communicado. I heard
Okay.
whispers of Pluto.
Yeah, we're tying in rev share for Pluto Alliance from this game. So I know all the Pluto holders will be happy. We're going to take a portion of the rev share and give it to certain aliens, not all aliens, but certain rare aliens, certain races of rare aliens.
All right. Well, you heard it from the man himself. Anything else you want to say?
Go in there and try to beat DZ brags all the time, beating me in coin leagues. Go in there, enter his game. I think it's, what is it, a 5-matic buy-in?
It's a 5-matic
it's pretty
buy-in.
cheap.
You just got to choose 2 coins.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be 9 more players. So there's 10 of us. Can you beat DZ?
I tell you what, if you beat DZ, we will give you a Mars Pluto alliance.
Ooh.
Whoever wins the game,
Dang.
we'll give you, even if D, I know he's kind of short on cash. Even if he wins, I will give him a Mars alien.
Wow.
All right, that's it. I'm out.
Okay.
All right.
I'm excited. All right. I don't ever get to win my own aliens, man. So that feels good.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
All
A little
right.
bit more. A little bit more. It's going to drive me crazy. That might.
Oh,
yeah.
Here.
Sorry.
So you
Might-
want it here,
might-
right?
yeah,
You want it
exactly.
just in frame.
As long as the wire's hanging right across the shot, you know I'm going to love it. No, thanks.
All right. Here, should I rotate this?
Yeah,
like
don't
7
worry.
degrees?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not OCD. Don't worry.
Yeah. But he will have to hit the light switch 7 times after we record this. But that's totally unrelated. It's
Sure.
electrical issues, what he said. I don't
Right,
know if that's
right.
true or not.
It's a wiring thing.
All right. So we got the Bitcoin all-time high coming, according to this analyst.
Let's
So
go.
the crunch point for Bitcoin bulls is closer than you might think, argues. I wonder how you say Michael when there's 2 dots above the E. Do you change it?
Mikkel?
Is it Mikkel?
I don't know.
Is it like a Stefan Urkel type of thing? Mikkel?
Maybe.
Yeah, talk about a cool guy, man. All right. So near yet so far for the Bitcoin price all-time high. That's not how I feel. I feel like it's close. It's right around the corner. All right. So data from CoinMarketPro and TradingView showing is drawing little attention as it's trading sideways. After multiple days of this, analysts have remained firmly on the altcoins. I know we're liking our altcoin pumps right here. And this guy's arguing that 64,000 would provide a springboard for the bulls should it break through it convincingly. Level has been resistance throughout the week. Will there be chopping between 58, 64, and 64 is where the crucial area is, breaking through to get that new all-time high? It's kind of like what I was saying before, the 58,000. I think, that's about as low as I expect it to go. But, there's nothing wrong with consolidating. Consolidating is fine. Boring is fine. I mean, this is crypto. Like, let's zoom out. Like, what was your Bitcoin a year ago?
Yeah.
It was worth a lot more. I mean, we're still looking at a 10x. Some of you in those altcoins, you're looking at 100x, and that's why we like to diversify here. So November is already expected to be a month of extremes, including a dip to the mid 50,000 zone before ending on a high that could top 98. I'd be a little surprised if it went that high this month. I think it's going to be quite hard to get to that level, and I think we might be realizing ourselves that the cycle might take longer than the previous 4-year halving cycle. A survey by Plan B, responsible for the minimum monthly close series, he revealed that the majority of respondents believe 288 will hit before the start of 2022. I mean, in the majority of respondents in what Hope Boy magazine, like, I mean, not my circles, and that's not what we think around here. I mean, is it possible? Sure, anything's possible, but do I think it's going to hit 288 in 59 days or 58 days? No. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think you said it well there. You got to look at the respondents to the survey. If you're
Yeah.
doing a survey on crypto Twitter or Bitcoin Twitter, that's basically everybody in your audience are huge Bitcoin bulls, then you're going to obviously skew to the upside there. If you go do that poll just generally with people that aren't into crypto and ask them if you think it's going to hit 288 in the next 60 days, you're not going to get that overwhelming yes. But
Yeah,
I do think 98 by the end of this month is plausible.
I think 98 is plausible. I mean, Bitcoin likes to surprise people. Yeah, if I went to a Magic the Gathering festival and said, is every Ethereum transaction burning down a rainforest? 48% of respondents would say yes, a resounding yes. So, yeah, I mean, you just got to be careful, kind of like what you said, where are you asking these people? So, yeah. You go to a Maxi, forum board is going to have a lot different opinion versus if you ask, someone basing it on math, say a Cowan or a Plan B or what's the one guy, Will Clemente, I think it is, the third or something. So, yeah, I mean, just got to be careful where you get your information. We see that a lot with articles. They'll say, 80% of respondents are familiar with crypto. And it's like, well, where's the survey? And it's like crypto.com. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. That's, go to a Facebook used couch selling forum. It's going to be a lot lower percentage than that.
Yeah, I think it was you and I think, talking about a Goldman Sachs survey where they were saying, Bitcoin was risky and they'd rather have everything in equities. And it's like, well, of course, if you ask guys at Goldman Sachs that have all their stuff in equities, they're going to say they think that's what makes the most sense. It's just,
Yeah. Yeah,
bias.
yeah, we got some other stories here on that. Square reporting 42 million in Bitcoin profits for the third quarter of 2021. I'm talking about July, August, September. Saying it made 1.8 billion in Bitcoin revenue with its Cash App. 42 million of that was gross profits. So they said on Thursday they made that. Second quarter, it decreased on a quarter-over-quarter basis, driven primarily by the relative stability in the price. So yeah, second quarter, you're looking at April, May, June. Yeah, everybody was buying it. So it's kind of like how I look at an OpenSea statistic when Beeple made his giant sell. The next month, NFT sales were way down. Volume was down. Everything was down. But then when you zoomed out, look what happened with NFTs just 2 months later. It's a similar situation here. I wouldn't get alarmed that Q3 had lower Bitcoin profits. Just Q2 was just so insane. Indefinite lived intangible asset is subject to permanent loss if it decreases. As of September 30th, fair value of our investment in Bitcoin was 352 million based on the market prices, which is 203 million greater than the carrying value. So yeah, they're up. I mean, they're up considerably. They turned 150 into 350. So they're happy with their Bitcoin investment. I would say they're quite happy with that. Dorsey, people like to give him a bad rap. I like Jack Dorsey. I respect Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey's doing more for Bitcoin than almost everybody on the globe, except for a very small handful of people. People like to, criticize him because he does run a company, but at the end of the day, it's the board of directors running his company. He has a lot of things co-opted from his control. If you remember, his board tried to oust him as a CEO a year or two ago, but we all of a sudden we just always think like, no, he has unilateral control over Twitter. That's not the case. They actually tried to fire this guy. So, and then who ended up being right? He was trying to buy Bitcoin. I don't think those older, is probably more established people and more, fiat heavy bags. They tried to fire this guy. He fought that successfully, similar to Elon Musk. And I mean, he's still running it. He's running Square and he's turning these into Bitcoin centric companies. And so, I mean, I think we need to just take a step back and realize like Jack Dorsey he's doing a lot for the space. That's just my opinion. I know it's contrary to what a lot of people think. A lot of people think every bad thing that Twitter does, it's his idea. He's responsible. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just been a lot of the power has been co-opted from him. As a company grows, that tends to happen. I don't know. Any thoughts on that? I know.
Yeah.
You guys have strong opinions on
No,
him.
I'm kind of in the middle. I'm kind of between your opinion and Ben's opinion. I know Ben really doesn't like him. I tend to believe that kind of along what Ben was saying in the sense that I think he does hide behind the board a little bit in the saying like, oh, I don't have control, more on the censorship type stuff than the crypto stuff. But I do agree he is doing a lot of great things for Bitcoin and moving the Bitcoin message forward. So it's somewhere in the middle. I don't think he's all good or all bad. He definitely has his own incentives and his own agenda that he's pushing. Kind of likes to play it a little coy, I would say.
I know Ben doesn't like the nose ring, but
No.
to me, it's
cares?
very low on like what I care about you.
Exactly.
All right, let's do some crypto politicians. We kind of covered this on ATB. Eric Adams wants Bitcoin payments as the NYC mayor. Now we got two of the biggest cities in America, the mayors accepting Bitcoin. Probably nothing. Probably nothing. Yeah, it's a scam. It's a fad. All right, so Eric Adams, he plans to convert his first paychecks into Bitcoin, and he vows to make the city more welcoming to cryptocurrency. Said he'd take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin when he becomes mayor. It's clarified that the mayor-elect would convert it through an exchange. The city lacks the mechanism to issue the salaries in anything other than U.S. dollars. There's a clear statement of political support for crypto. So yeah, NYC is going to be the center of the cryptocurrency industry and other fast-growing, innovative industries, he screamed Thursday. Just wait. It still faces major obstacles as a day-to-day payment system, in part because it's taxed by the IRS as property. Also questions how a Bitcoin-based salary would mesh with federal labor laws. Well, I mean, it seems to be working in Miami. If there's a will, there's a way. I'm trying to imagine the process for that getting cleared to make it happen. it just sounds like a nightmare. Oh no, I got to do work. Touche, congrats on the election. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more of these people hitting the the scene. Let's be real. A lot of them are going to have a lot of money behind them as we become engaged as a community, as we start getting behind these politicians as a community. Maybe saying, all right, I disagree with you on this or that, but this is politics. I don't want to, and don't use this word as a left or right thing. I don't want to socialize my thoughts by just saying you're D or R. So I just implant every idea you said into one of my ideas. No, that's not what it's about. You need to look at topics and issues on a one-by-one basis. And to me, I mean, maybe it's because I just love crypto so much. That's pretty high on my list, higher than a social issue or something about I don't even want to get too political here, but to me that's very high on what I care about.
Yeah.
So I think if we can band together, let's reach across the aisle. Your neighbor isn't an idiot because they have a different yard sign than you. Like at the end of the day, we probably all agree on 90% of things. We have the 10% of things that we disagree. It's exacerbated. It's hit with a magnifying glass. It's embellished. The other side is just kind of painted as, this is what they do and they want to hurt you. And it's all nonsense. It's just, it's division. It's not what America's about. So I personally love that these politicians, you know what? Personally, I don't even care if they're left or right. I can look at some of the issues and say, okay, maybe you're a bozo on that, but I'm personally looking forward to this new wave of crypto politicians. Are you going to start donating if we get some Georgia election officials?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see about that. But it is interesting as it goes political. The whole thing on Twitter, actually, the mayor of Miami did one up and one more. Like he came out and said he was going to accept a paycheck in Bitcoin. The New York guy said he'll take 3. And then
yeah, we have Ted Cruz right here.
Suarez came back and said he'll take it for a whole year, basically. A whole year of
all right,
his salary.
So we got a little banjo thing from delivering. Oh, well, I'll do 53 weeks.
Exactly.
All
but
right.
What's interesting to me is as this starts to go political, kind of like what you said, I mean, this is a very neutral issue. I mean, it affects everybody the same way how monetary policy is implemented. So I'll be fascinated to see if this does become a left versus right issue. And if it does, that's going to be very unfortunate because like you just outlaid very well, this definitely shouldn't become that way. It should be based on logic and reasoning. And there's a clear reasoning behind this, but you know how politicians do. They're always trying to get the other one. So one thing that I was thinking about is what happens if we get some big politicians out here touting crypto, touting Bitcoin, trying to build their city on it at the top of a market.
Yep.
They get people start taking paychecks in Bitcoin, and then we start going down. And then his competition now comes out and starts lobbying against him and says, look, this guy got you to put money in a volatile asset. And now you're all hurting and trying to use it as a negative spin next year. I'll just be interested to see if somebody takes
They can definitely use that as ammunition, but I'll say why the average person won't feel it that much is because in this country with the wages the way they are, so many people are paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
So they're not going to worry about their Bitcoin paycheck from, 8 months ago because they already paid the light bill. So that's kind of how I see, but you're right. It will be used as ammunition. They'll say, oh, you were actually only paid, 47% of your salary 9 months ago. And the person who won't think like, well, I already spent that money. So like, I don't care. They'll just hear that like, oh no, I was paid 50 cents on the dollar. So yeah, that will be used as ammunition, but we need to be ready in saying, well, it's already spent. So that argument is invalid. So get ready, have your ammunition fired for the retorts for sure.
The battle is definitely on for the future of the financial city in the United States. Always has been New York. Miami's making a really big play to kind of take that reign away, which is why you see New York trying to fight back. But I don't know. Miami's moving pretty fast.
New York. I mean, I was just there and no one knew anything about crypto. And this was an NFT conference. It was scary.
Yeah.
I'm like not even kidding. It was scary.
Suarez is doing a good job, in my opinion.
BitSquad, you're very educated compared to the average crypto consumer. Barely anyone knew who Ben was. I mean, it was very shocking. Like no one's like familiar with the cycle. It was alarming and scary. And I'm worried about these people during the bear market, but they'll learn. we all learned. All right. Let's see. Ethereum better than Bitcoin? JP Morgan says Ethereum is better bet than Bitcoin as interest rates rise due to the boom in DeFi and NFTs. We got no. Oh, wait, we go. With Ethereum deriving its value from its applications, ranging from DeFi to gaming to NFTs and stablecoins, it appears less susceptible than Bitcoin to higher real yields. I mean, yeah, that's like saying it's doing more things, and so it's going to be less volatile than Bitcoin for the higher yields. Yeah, I mean, this is a hot take. Look at my shirt, chat. Look at my shirt. Okay, we believe in Bitcoin. All right, we're not monsters. We believe in the tech. But people talk about these S coins, these poop coins. If Bitcoin didn't have its market cap, people could say that's a poop coin, right? What is it doing? 10-minute transaction time? Oh, it's doing this, doing that. So just maybe take a step back when you think about like Bitcoin versus these things that have utility. Oh, Lightning Network. I'm not. Look again. Look at my shirt. I believe in Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying someone could frame that argument. So maybe just rethink when you say everything is just a scam or it's it's crap. People can look at the tech of Bitcoin and say the same, but the network is very strong, and I understand there's nodes all over the globe. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying some could use some argument points in saying that it is. So that's just my 2 cents there. So right now we're at 8,861 viewers. We got 2,200 likes. I'm proud of y'all. That's a good amount of likes. But if we get to 2,500 likes, I think we could smash that 10,000. Let's smash that ceiling. Okay. I'm tall. I'm not that tall, but with your help, I can Ryoshi uppercut that and blast it through. So let's smash that. Let's smash that. Smash that like. Smash that like. All right. So we got another ETH Maxi here. Good old outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. And for that reason, he's out. So I have my fair share of Bitcoin, but I'm more of an Ethereum Maxi. He's speaking to my heart here. Cuban said on a recent episode of Next with Novo podcast, he's calling someone a maximalist of a specific coin typically has a negative connotation, but he uses the term to show that he favors Ethereum over other blockchains. He says what makes it stand out is the utility. Not only is it the most used blockchain, but its smart contracts, which are collections of code, power most blockchain-based projects. We know that DeFi, NFTs, gaming, all these things. We're seeing a rush where there's a lot of different blockchains that are competing. When they start to put smart contracts out that work, that's when we'll start to see things really level out. It's going to come down to apps and integrations. I definitely agree. Ether, he likes Ether more than Bitcoin because it can see an unlimited number of applications that would change the consumer world forever. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. We don't know what's going to happen with this ecosystem. I don't want to bog down in technical details, but most everything is on decentralized software. Your Google phone, Android, that's a Linux-based operating system. Most software on an iPhone is Linux-based operating systems. I'm not talking about the OS. I'm talking about the applications. Everything is open source. What is an open source? It basically means someone solves a software issue once, and then it's solved forever. So you just grab their code off GitHub, change one thing, move, boom, your open software. So I see the same thing happen with Ethereum. I know a lot of people worried about, Meta, Facebook, these things, these closed systems, they're going to take over. But I'm bullish on open software. I'm bullish on Web3. I'm bullish on consumers. I'm bullish on you at home. You're going to start learning Solidity. If you don't, your friend will, or your kid will. And we're going to take over. Okay. We can't let decentralized win. Will it get a good head start? Probably. I mean, we can't let the centralized win. It'll get a good head start. Meta, they got a pretty big war chest. They're going to spend a lot of money. But I'm bullish on Web3, and I'm bullish on you. I'm bullish on the BitSquad. I'm bullish on these people, working in the basement. I'm bullish on the basement dwellers. Okay.
That's
I love
right.
my basement dwellers.
Everybody loves the basement.
We love the basement. Thank you for letting me out to do this stream.
Anytime.
So I appreciate that. All right. Let's talk Gensler. Oh, Gensler. Oh, Gary. All right. SEC Chair Gensler hints at enforcement actions against crypto firms. You know what? Who is Ash's rival in Pokemon? Do you know?
No.
Gary.
There you go.
Coincidence? I don't think so. If you don't think it was a coincidence, hit that like button, chat. All right, so at the Security Enforcement Forum, November 4th, Gensler denied that the new technological labels alter the realities of securities definitions, specifically calling out DeFi and crypto products. Sometimes people focus on labels. For example, we hear DeFi, currency, peer-to-peer lending. It can seem easy to take these words at face value. Make no mistake, regardless of the label or the purported mission, we will be looking at the economic realities of a given product or arrangement to determine whether it complies with the security laws. So they're trying to change the definition of words, is what it sounds like. He made no secret of his belief that many crypto-based products fall under existing definitions of securities, citing the need to assess based on facts and circumstances, not new taxonomies. This is despite many in the crypto industry asking for specific guidance on, for example, which tokens are and are not themselves securities. Yeah, they're sitting on their hands with a lot of this. Later, referring to an accusation that many have leveled at the SEC, for example, in the ongoing case against Ripple over XRP issuance, Gensler said some market participants may call this regulation by enforcement. I just call it enforcement. I call it sitting on your hands. I call it doing nothing. I call it, I don't want to say you're lazy. I call it, you're worried about your keepers. You know what's right. You're trying to figure out how can I do what's wrong while people think it's right. And we know if you just did what was right, you would say this is or isn't a security. You would finish these court cases. You would stop protecting consumers from making more than 0.01% on their savings account. But money rules the world. And that's why, back to my earlier point, we got to band together. Okay. We have bags. Let's, if the top 0.1% of whales gave 0.1% of their bags, we'd probably have the biggest, lobbying group in the world. I mean, maybe like we'd be behind NRA or like some crazy, banking or healthcare, but we'd be up there. We'd be in the same conversations. We'd be in those same luncheons and, Capitol Hill. So hopefully, we can band together. I know, like I personally, Ryan Selkis, I said this, 2-bit idiot on Twitter. We hopefully get him on ATB show soon. Nick Dimondi's been doing a pretty good job reaching out to him. I'll probably donate to his political campaign. Some of these pro crypto people, I'm definitely looking to support.
Is he running, Selkis?
He wants to. It was after they served that subpoena at his conference.
Yeah.
To was it the Maker or the Compound CEO, I think, or it was one of the DeFi apps. So yeah, he that was basically the straw that broke Ryan's back. So Ryan's coming. If he does it for real, I know he's exploring it maybe as a skeleton or something. I don't know. I'm not talking about crazy skulls NFT. I'm talking about skeleton in his closet. But if he does run, it's something I'm looking forward to supporting.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, I think we should do we got hit gaming, we got hit music. About hit politics.
Here's the problem though. I hate politics. I can't stand it.
I can't do it. You don't want you don't want them going through I mean, you can look at my old tweets. I mean, I don't got nothing like crazy. I'm not some sort of leper or creep or anything like that. But
we did though find somebody that does lobbying and starts new lobbying groups, and we are in discussions with them to see potentially about starting some crypto lobbying. So it's in the works.
All right. DZ versus a good night's sleep. I was up early. What I got, like bags?
You look fine. Somebody at the top of the stream was saying your skin looks amazing, and they want to know what your skincare routine is.
Oh, you know what? How about this?
Look
at that fresh fade. You know what I mean?
Fresh cut for Vegas. Looking sharp.
I got a little coconut oil on. That's all I do. Just a little coconut oil.
All right.
You got to hydrate. All right. Well, let's go to EA Games here. It's in the name. Electronic Arts. According to their CEO, he sees NFTs and blockchain-based games with play-to-earn features as the future of the gaming industry. I saw a funny tweet about this. Elio retweeted this article and just said, checkmate, like a chess piece. Checkmate.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. He doesn't want to spoon feed you this info. He always says that. We love Elio. Elio, come back on ATB. We all love you. You're probably like after Crypto Face, one of the most top watch channels here. So we do love Elio. All right, so the comments came during an earnings call where the CEO of EA, Andrew Wilson, stated that NFTs play to earn are the industry's future. Said it's still too early to figure out how the tokenomics and tech will work with the company, but they're in a good position. I would leave that to his developers. I think that in the context of the games we create and the live services that we offer, collectible digital content is going to play a meaningful part in our future. So it's still early to tell, but I think we're really in a really good position. We should expect us to kind of think more innovatively and creatively about that on a go-forward basis. EA is yet to develop a play-to-earn game. However, the sports division recently hinted at the interest in blockchain NFTs with a job posting seeking a senior director of brand for his competitive gaming sector, as BitBoy Crypto reported. Look at that. Look at that. We got our fingers in the news, people. I will say this. I broke out of the bubble when I was in New York. There's a trending tweet, and it was talking about, oh, I'm in gaming, and here's why NFTs are a scam. They don't want you to own your Fortnite skin. They think it's bad for you to be able to sell your Fortnite skin. And then one of the rebuttals was, you could sell your account on eBay. That's not the same, okay? That is not the same. We want the power. We want the ownership. Web3 fixes this. Crypto fixes this. So it's interesting that they're fighting and they're trying to paint the story that, oh, DeFi or NFT is going to hurt gaming, is going to make the user experience worse. What? No, it's not. Would adding Ethereum to a blockchain or to a game make it worse today? On some levels, yeah, it'd probably slow it down and make it more expensive. But there's other blockchain tech out there. There's gasless, transactions. There's the Wax ecosystem. You could do things for fractions of a penny. But owning your in-game content is huge. Owning, what you put work into is huge. Being able to put in, I remember Clash of Clans. I brought it up before. I spent way too much money on Clash of Clans. If I could have sold that stuff, that would have been great. Sure, I could sell my account on eBay. I don't want to sell my account. I have my name on it. Like, let me sell my stuff that I purchased in the game. But no, they don't want that. And you know why? Because it'll hurt their sales. It's like used DVDs. What's one of the worst things, that was hurting movie sales before the digital age is you could go rent it or you could go buy a used copy. You go to the pawn shop and buy a bunch of DVDs for $2. Same thing with GameStop and video games. Yeah, sales would be lower if you could buy it used and it was 10, 20, $40 cheaper. So that's why, okay, it's all noise. They don't want you to own it because they don't want you to be able to sell it to your buddy. They want you to have to buy it and they want your buddy to have to buy it. They don't want you and your buddy to be able to transact. And you can maybe sell at a profit. Maybe your buddy, uses a gun in a game, then it gets, X headshots and you get to put a camouflage on it. Now he gets to sell it for even more money.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing the games already. Okay. A lot of these games, these people aren't playing. Now there's exceptions. People play Axo Little or Axie Infinity for a sandwich. Yeah, people do that. But a lot of people, they just want to play a little Call of Duty and I'd be happy. When I was playing Call of Duty, if you had said I got 20 cents an hour, I would have had a lot of money because I played a lot of hours. Yeah. So, I'd be fine with that.
Another concept to think about, like that's the first implementation, like what you're saying, like you earned all these headshots, you got this skin on this cool gun, now you can sell it within the game, whatever. But imagine if they allowed all the users to create the skins and you could create a skin for the game. And every time somebody downloads and uses it, you get 3%, 5%, 6% of the cost, whatever that is. Like, that's where we're going, where the metaverse will be user generated and the users will get a piece of all the transactions within the metaverse. That's the direction.
Remember Mario Maker, where you make the level and like people make these crazy levels and they get a bunch of shares. They're not making money from this.
Right.
They don't. I love Nakamoto. I think his last name is Shigeru Nakamoto, the founder of Nintendo. He's a great guy. I don't think he has any control over that. But how awesome would it be to reward the people who made the coolest Mario level, the coolest F-Zero racetrack, the coolest Mario Kart racetrack? That would be awesome. It would incentivize users to have skin in the game.
Yep.
So it's huge. All right. Well, let's talk about these crypto scammers coming after these Google ads. All right. So they stole $500,000 from wallets using targeted Google ads. So it's a new phishing campaign, which doesn't use emails to steal around that money from wallets this past weekend. It will steal the victim's passphrase. If they visit the fake website and type it in, if they use the fake website to create a new wallet, they're giving the attacker secret recovery phrase. In the event that they use the recovery phrase to log in, they'll actually be logging into the scammer's account, and any funds transferred go to the scammer. For MetaMask in particular, the fake website has the option to import an existing wallet. A MetaMask scam got Justin Williams. You got to be careful with these. You got to be careful even using Google. You can type in Google, go in Google, type in MetaMask, and I'm sure it probably changes often, but we've done it and the top one's been a scam before.
Mhm.
So you got to be careful. You got to be really, really careful. Or maybe go to like a website. I mean, you can go to BitBoy Crypto. We have links. You can go to like a YouTube tutorial. They'll have a legit link as long as it's not, scammer YouTuber. So you want to be careful. If you're trading a coin, go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap and go straight to the trading pair. Don't try to, if you're not familiar, it's pancake.finance, so like you got to be careful. These people will scam you. So full vigilance, constant vigilance. We're in crypto here. All right. The Phantom app and MetaMask are some of the most popular wallets for Solana and Ethereum. Cross-reference Reddit forums come to the conclusion that 500,000 was stolen last weekend alone. It's nuts. 11 compromised wallet accounts containing between 1,000 and 10,000. They had already withdrawn funds from those wallets before they were found out. Said the scamming groups are bidding on keywords on Google Ads, which is a testament of how effective the method is. And now advising users to examine the wallet's URL closely and to skip Google Ads results altogether. Of course, we have our own issue. You want to tell them about the scammer group that's always below us on YouTube?
Yeah, there's always something called BitBoy Arbitrage that kind of claims that they trade for you, and it's represented by us. We have no association with that, no affiliation. It's obviously just clearly a scam. It runs on most of our videos, which is extremely frustrating that they won't block it or ban it, considering they won't even let us run ads because we're crypto. But somehow the scammers get through. And what you said right there at the very end of that line is what I would tell a lot of people when they're doing crypto related stuff. If you Google or use any search engine to find something, don't ever click a link from the ad. If you see it's a sponsored post, to further be the top results, just skip past those first 3, get out of the ad section, and then click on the first organic actual result. I do that anyway, even for non-crypto stuff, because you want to see what you were searching for, not what people paid to put in front of you. So
yeah, where you also see it a lot is ticket sales.
Yeah.
So full disclosure, me and TJ, we're going out on a date tomorrow.
Date night.
Don't tell Ben. Don't tell Ben. But yeah, we're going to go see a rock show. Look at a little rock. Now, I like my Playboy Cardi. I like my Young Thug. I like my Future. But I also like my Metallica. And yeah, so Ticketmaster. I Googled Ticketmaster. First thing that come up was like Ticket Hub. It's like, come on now. Like,
yeah.
Really? Like Ticketmaster came in. Yeah, so these scammers, they're out there. I mean, and I'm not saying Ticket or whatever the example was a scam. But you can't trust ads. You can't trust the sponsored links. Just scroll past the sponsored links. That's all we're saying.
There you go.
All right, let's go to this Microsoft story. It's to offer Mesh. It is a fence-like object. No, wait, corporate metaverse for teams. It announced the launch of a metaverse. Look at that. Microsoft coming. Okay, Microsoft doesn't like Facebook doing something unless they want a piece too. I mean, you can say what you want about Bill Gates. I don't even want to go there, but the guy was clearly like a genius. I mean, he sold his first company at like 13 years old for a lot of money as a child. So, he probably hired some pretty smart people to replace him. So I'd be careful, betting against, but they are really big. So maybe they're going to move too slow, but I'd be careful betting against Microsoft. So they announced the launch of a new metaverse inspired feature for its Teams app called Mesh. Allow users to introduce personalized avatars and digital worlds, making meetings more immersive. It's being announced on the heels of Facebook's pivot to become a metaverse dedicated company, changing its name to Meta. Maybe Microsoft changes their name. They announced they'll release the metaverse-inspired solution on app. Okay, just repeating. So they're playing catch up. They feel like it comes. They just keep repeating themselves here. It's a new conception of social contract work in the aftermath of what happened over the past couple of years. The metaverse proposals aren't new, and many projects have already been presenting self-contained worlds. One of them, let's see, we got Decentraland. I wouldn't really. It is relatively obscure. I guess I'll give them that. It's relatively obscure. And it was launched at the boom of the ICO craze back in 2017. The project established a virtual world where plots of lands can be bought by individuals and companies to establish virtual stands, other useful digital representations. There's also Sandbox, owned by Animoca Brands. Those are my 2 big ones. They're saying what metaverse. I like Sandbox as well. Sandbox has smart money behind it, and Decentraland has smart money behind it. So there's examples. You'll hear. You could chase all these, crazy alts. This is an altcoin daily advice. You could go and you try to catch all these crazy things, or you could just kind of wait for the next Solana and buy in at $20-$40. You know, like you can't catch everything at $1 because 90% are gonna, you know, crash. If you're really into it and you're really into like reading forums and watching all the YouTube and, you know, going into Twitter and going deep dives into Discord, yeah, you could probably have a pretty good success rate where that strategy does work. But there's nothing wrong with like waiting for, all right, I'll just kind of wait for mana. Mana seems like where it's at. Okay, Sandbox seems where it's at. You miss that first pump, but mana's going to be worth a lot more in 4 years. So there's nothing wrong with coming in a little bit late to the party when the party's going to be as epic as these parties are going to be. I mean, there's going to be, you know, people wearing lampshades on the head. A window's going to break. Someone's going to throw a bed into a pool. It's going to be a crazy party. You are going to want to be there. So don't be afraid to like try to show up a little bit late. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. And there's always a lot of projects out there too. I mean, there's the top one, like you just mentioned, Mana and Sand. But there's, you know, we mentioned the other day, Blocktopia. Is it Metaverse Heroes? I think is getting a lot of push these days. So there's always more coming out, and there's always a bear market coming. Remember that.
Yeah.
You always have time to accumulate.
All right, and just a quick reminder, make sure you get into that game on Coin League. I mean, like I said, you know, we're all loving it here. We I don't want to say we're getting like, you know, a little too into it, but it's fun. That's all I'm going to say. It's fun.
It's basically like FanDuel or DraftKings for crypto. So if you're into those kind of games, skill-based games where you're making a little extra cheddar for the weekend, it's a fun way to grow your Matic stack and have a little fun at the same time.
Are you not degen enough, or you've been burnt too hard by leverage trading? Are you like me? You know what? Do you like a little risk, but you don't want the ByBit sweats, the Femix sweats we call it? This is perfect for you.
Yeah.
And one Matic, it's a couple bucks. You know, like there's a fee to start a game, like 0.1 or something. So you got to pay a quarter. You got to put a quarter into the arcade machine. But then the arcade machine, hey, maybe you win a pretty big prize. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. But I believe that's all we got time for. We will be in Vegas. Me, Ben, you get to see Frank. You get to see TJ.
J-Chains.
I was going to say, is Brian going to be
He'll be there.
Free? Okay.
Yep.
J-Chains and Brian. So come out. We want to show you the love. Come tell us how crypto changed your life. If you're a Pluto Alliance holder, maybe we hang out tonight. Maybe there's going to be a Pluto Alliance after party. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what kind of engagement we get. So Pluto Alliance to the moon. Pluto is a planet. I will come back anytime. Thank you very much. And good luck. Have fun. And always bet on black. I don't know. That's all I got time for. Until next time, easy out.